Hi guys, how you doing? I look terrible, right? And that's because I've been up since about 5 a.m. this morning, just working, and I can't bother to go and do anything else. I've got a deadline to hit, so here we are. Now, today is a great day, a really good day. And why is today a good day? Well, I just got a success story in. And hi KG, I've been offered a GDPR BA role at the uni of, can't say things now because of GDPR. They'll be contacting you for reference. So, and I'm just so excited. Why am I excited? Because every day I get on my knees and I pray to God and I say, Lord, please, all these candidates have put their trust in me. They believe in what it is that we are doing over here, and they do exactly what we tell them to do. Do not let it be that they would not have a story to tell, and let the story that they will tell be a success story. So today I prayed about, you know, the fact that, Lord, before the month ends, we've had a lot of success stories, but today's the 30th, tomorrow is the 31st. Please, more success stories, and this one just came in, so I'm really excited about it. And hopefully we'll have maybe two or three more before the end of the month, so which is really good. And I spoke to her, and the first question I asked her was it worth it? And she said, yeah, now that I look back, it was. But there were times I felt like giving up. And I was like, yeah. I said, if your focus is on the finish line, as long as you're in the race and you stick in the race, even if you come last, you still finish the race. And I said something the other day. I said, even if you may set out to achieve 100% of your goals, but remember that even if you achieve 50%, it is still a pass mark. And I'll repeat that again. You may set out to achieve 100% of your goals, but even if you achieve 50% of it, it is still a pass mark. Now, why am I saying this? We all set goals, and I'm hoping that we all do. We all set goals. We all put plans in motion, and we start doing the work, putting the work in to make it happen. Majority of us are not miracle chasers. Majority of us understand that faith without works is dead. We have to do the work. But we are always, most of the time, disappointed when things don't happen when we want them to happen. And the truth of the matter is, small but secure steps, steady, small but secure steps, is much better than rushing into something. Why? Because if you rush in and you break your leg, the person that is taking, and you fall down and break your leg, the person that is taking small but secure steps would eventually surpass you. So when I asked her, was it worth it? And she said, oh, yes, it was. And I said, but she said there were times she felt like giving up. And I said, now you look back and you can see the results. Imagine you had given up then. She said, oh my God. She said, if I had given up then, I would have never known what I know now. And I told her, I said, and she said, oh, but it's a bit far away. The job is a bit far away. And I said, it doesn't matter. I said, you are now gaining additional wisdom. She said, what do I mean by that? I said, there is a saying that above all, seek knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. More importantly, wisdom, for it is far more valuable than silver and gold. I laugh when people pray for wisdom. It's not entirely something that you can pray for. It is something that you acquire. And how do you acquire it? Well, knowledge is you having is you being in the know about something. But you being in the know about something doesn't necessarily mean that you can do it. This is why many people have degrees but cannot get a job with that degree. Why? Because they are in the know about what they've studied, but they have not applied it. Understanding is obviously the next natural level. You gain knowledge, then you understand what it is that you gain knowledge in. For you to understand, you have to apply it. in the application. And that is when knowledgeable starts to become valuable. But when is knowledge and understanding far more valuable than silver and gold? When you have made mistakes and learned from it. When you have discovered ways of doing something that other people have not discovered. When you know what to do when other people don't know what to do. That is experience. That is what companies pay for. And that is why they ask for 3 to 5 years experience. In other words, they ask for 3 to 5 years of wisdom. Knowledge, understanding, applied knowledge as a result of making mistakes, perfecting the wrongs until there are no more wrongs to right, makes you wise, which equates to experience. And that is why companies pay for experience. The moment you understand this, you would seek wisdom, which is experience, because it is far more valuable than silver and gold. Why? It actually acquires you silver and gold. Experience is what companies pay for. The only reason you can become a consultant is because you are experienced and wise. And that's why you can command a certain amount of money a month or per day. So I said to her, I said, now you're going to gain additional wisdom. She said, I don't understand. I said, while you were on this platform, remember, they gave you the job because of the experience you had acquired here at DBT. So they didn't hire you because, oh, let's give this person a chance. They hired you because you're the right person for the job. They hired you because you have the wisdom to solve their problem. And where did you acquire the wisdom? Here. What did you go through to acquire that wisdom? Loads of mistakes, loads of sleepless nights. It cost you money. It cost you time. You almost gave up, but you stuck to it to the point that you became wise. And a company has found value in that wisdom and is willing to pay you for it. Now you're going to acquire more wisdom, more experience by working for this company. So, focus on acquiring more and more wisdom. Focus on acquiring more and more experience. Now, we keep saying this over and over again. I said this to people. I said, forget about just trying to be a BA. There's no jobs in there anymore. Forget about just trying to be a PM. There's no jobs in there anymore. Why? Because we are living in the digital age. And in this digital age, a lot of companies are very confused about where to go. People have left things late. And as a result of that, companies are suffering. I mean, how on earth does China, that used to be on the same level as Nigeria, become literally the world's largest economy and almost a global power, if not already a global power? Time, dedication, acquiring of knowledge, understanding. America would accuse them of stealing intellectual capital. Whichever way you want to put it, they acquired the knowledge, they acquired the understanding, and more importantly, they applied it, learned from it, and gained experience. Now, they're focusing on world domination. Yesterday on CNN, they mentioned that the world's biggest brand, top biggest brand, two of them, number 1 and 2, are Chinese companies, Tencent and one other one. How did that happen? And the top brands, the top 10 brands, are literally digitally focused companies. So where's Marks and Spencer? Where's John Lewis? Where's Unilever? Where are all those big brands we all grew up with? Failure to digitally transform, digitally optimize, take advantage of innovation accelerators, and use it to further integrate into the customer's lifestyle. The customers who are now digitally savvy and upward mobile will lead to relevance. Now, the companies that are investing and are recruiting are looking for digitally skilled people, people with wisdom within the digital space. Time is the only commodity you don't get a refund in. When you value time, you will not tolerate anyone wasting it. And as a result of that, you will make sure that you do what you have to do now in order to be prepared for what you want to do tomorrow. These success stories that are coming in as a result of the invested time of candidates who made a decision rather than procrastinate. Procrastination is cheap. It's affordable. Everybody does it. And that's why everybody has it. Application, action is not cheap. It's expensive. And that's why not everyone can comfortably say that they're happy in their career or they are financially, they're rewarded financially for their career. Because most people are pretty good at procrastinating and very few people are good at acting on what it is that they need to do. Most people know what they need to do, but they'll give you many reasons why they can't do it. So I had a guy call me just now before I had this call. Said he wants to come on the program, but there's just too many things going on, you know. And I said to him, look, this thing is very simple. He said, how do you do it? He said, how would I do it? And I said to him, look, it starts with a decision. And it then starts with acting on that decision. Then it's committing yourself to continue to act on that decision until you get your results. And then more importantly, embracing the fact that you will get tired along the way. You will get frustrated along the way. You will want to give up along the way. You will make mistakes along the way. But the end goal is starting with the end in mind. When you start with the end in mind, the focus is on the end. When you start with the circumstance in mind, the focus will always be whatever circumstance is presented to you. And this is why I tell people, never allow your circumstances to define your decision making. Allow the end to define your decision making. Never make decisions based on cost. It will cost you, not just what it is that you are not trying to invest in or give time for, but it will cost you the loss of time and the loss of potential opportunities in the future. I'll give you a typical example. Somebody says, come and invest. Imagine the days of Amazon. Imagine that you even only bought £1,000 worth of shares in Amazon when it was when they just started. That there is an opportunity. But you say to yourself, this 1,000, I need to pay this, I need to pay. You let it go. Now, that £1,000 worth of shares today, I think is about £1 million, or it's between 100,000 to £1 million. So what did you lose? Did you lose the £1,000? Or did you lose the £100,000? Never make decisions based on cost. It will cost you the opportunity and it will cost you your future. So we're going into a new month. January, February, March, April, May. We're now entering the 6th month of June. It's a simple question. Are you where you planned to be by now? If you're not, then what are you doing? And why are you wasting time? Before you know it, 2018 is gone. Don't be that dude who reads the success stories and says, if I had done it, that could be me. Be that dude that other people are reading your success story and saying, man, I need to be there. I'll share the success story as soon as she sends. She said she's not a storyteller like everybody else. I said, nah, it's okay. All I want you to do is share your experience, share your challenges, and your word of advice. You are wise enough now to tell people what they should do. Why? Because you've been there, you've done that. I'll share the success story with you guys as soon as she sends it. And then I'll get back to work. Even in my position, I am constantly working. The day you feel that you have arrived is the day you start to fall down. So I have to sit down every single day. We're launching a new platform. Why? Because we need to take advantage of the technology available to us and use it to further integrate into our customers' lifestyle. Even after we've launched a new work experience and we've improved our AI, we have a lot more to do. And it doesn't stop there. I'm already thinking about augmented reality and how Internet of Things can be of benefit to the eWork Experience platform. What do I mean by that? I have a vision of you putting a headset, an augmented reality headset on your head, and you can see everybody who is on the platform, and you guys can have meetings like a proper board meeting, and you can run projects, and you can actually work with developers. That is a future I see. That's starting with the end in mind. So when I look at what I'm doing now, which is building David Godchild, which is our eWork Experience AI, is peanuts compared to the end I have in mind. And that's why I haven't got time to look good. I just don't have that time. And the same thing goes for you. You don't have time if you haven't achieved what it is that you plan to achieve. You don't have time for anything else apart from focusing on that thing you need to achieve. And I hope that this little bit of video has been some form of encouragement to you. We're going into a new month. Make it count. God bless and take care. And I'm back to work.